Hi, James. This is Anna Maria. I just wanted to go over a couple of things that I would recommend to help you to capture more leads, whether or not you use me, and also cover and show you a couple things I recommend that I could help you with as well. And the first thing is, I believe this is your Facebook page. It looks nice. I love the photos on it. It looks like it's just a newer page, which is fine. As you continue posting, you will build more followers. You will have more people interacting with your page. So the number one thing I would recommend is that once a week, just try to go in and add pictures of the jobs that you're doing. I would recommend a before and after picture. So you take a picture of it before and you take a picture of it after, and just add that and add a little bit of text right here. Like for example, you've got pictures, but you don't have any text. So I would add some text which gives a little bit of context around it. It also allows your page to be found for more keywords. So for example, I'm going to make up a story about this picture. You might say, building this commercial porch for a customer in northern Atlanta. We not only do I specialize in decks, I specialize in porches and I don't know what the right term is, overhangs, roofs, that kind of thing. So, just talking about what you do and adding that text to this post will give you context, because Facebook doesn't know what these are pictures of. If this is a family room or a closet, a pantry, it's not going to pull up your Facebook page if someone is in Facebook search is looking for pantry remodel Atlanta. And so by adding context to each of these pictures, you can help to show up in more Facebook searches so that you identify your business as being a specialist in those areas. So those are the two big things I would do. The most important things I would do outside of ads would be to post weekly and to add context in words to your post. And you can do that via, you could even have like ChatGPT write a quick post for you. Maybe I'll do another video showing you how to do that, because I want to make it as simple and easy as possible for you to grow your business. So the next thing that I would do, and this is something I can help you with, is to collect all of the leads that is coming to you via Facebook into one place. So right here, people can message you. People can send a message via WhatsApp, and they can call you or email you. And a lot of small businesses don't always check all of those places every single day, because you don't get a message every single day from all of those places, especially when your page is new. But I can connect my system to these so that everything comes into one place, and then you can see that on an app on your phone. So even for example, your phone number, this might be your personal cell phone. We can change this phone number to a different number that still comes to your cell, so that when someone calls on it, you know it's someone calling for a lead, that has found your business online. And you can see that, and it's not just, if this is your personal cell, you probably get some solicitation and some, wrong numbers, things like that. And so we can identify that, so when it comes in on your phone, you know it's a lead. And then the most important thing that we can do is, if you aren't able to answer it because you're working or you're giving a proposal to a client or anything like that, we can immediately text that number, that person, when they call you and they don't get a hold of you, we immediately text them and send them a message from you, and then start engaging them with my AI so that they can start to build that relationship. And they can ask you, hey, I need this project done or that project done. Do you do this? And we can train the AI to say yes or no. Yeah, I do actually rebuild porches or decks. No, I'm not going to change a doorknob for you. We can really train it and start engaging them, and then take those leads that would have moved on to the next company and capture them for you to get business from. So I'm going to move on to the next part of your online presence, which is your website. So if I come in and I type in home improvement service, Atlanta, Georgia, and I come here, these are the results. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You are number 8. That actually isn't bad for Atlanta. I can guarantee you there are a lot more than just these 10 these 10 businesses. These are the first 10 showing up on Google, but here you are 8, and that's actually not bad. The good news is that I think we can actually improve that quite a bit if you want to go that route. If you don't, however, there's a couple things that I definitely recommend you need to do. One of them is, if you look, you've only got four responses, and I looked at this, a couple of them are like the worst ratings, and then you've got 1 or 2 that are good, and I can guarantee this isn't a reflection of your work. What has happened here is that you have not consistently asked your previous clients for a review, and so the only people that have come in and reviewed are generally going to be people who are mad at you. So, and every business has someone who's mad at you. I mean, I look at these reviews sometimes and I see people who aren't even customers reviewing a business, and they're mad because they called and got a busy signal. I mean, it's ridiculous sometimes, but we can take this and really increase the number of reviews that you have by running a campaign on all of your older customers. If you've got a place where you've collected that data, we can send out a campaign and ask them to review you. But more importantly, as you do your jobs and you complete your jobs, we can have automated, like an automated survey that goes out. And if they like you and they give you a good review and they love it, you can incorporate those reviews on your website, and we can send them a link automatically that asks them to review you on Google. As far as Google is concerned, if you get more reviews in here, if we look up here, some of the very, very top ones, reviews aren't the only things, but they are one thing that helps you to rank higher on here. And you can see that a couple of these have quite a bit more. Most of them have a few more than you. And so just even by getting, say going from 4 to 10 will help you to have a little bit more trust authority on Google. Another thing that we can do in here, if I show you, if I come in here and I highlight these, it shows me a location, except for on yours. You're one of the only results that doesn't have a location on here, and that's because you don't have a actual address registered with Google. And so one of the best things we could do would be to basically to create your Google business profile and to have your website added on here and have your directions added. Because if I come here and I find you, if I'm a customer, most customers are going to, even if they're going down this list and they're calling this guy and he doesn't answer, and then they go back and they call this guy and they move down the list, a lot of them are going to skip you because there's no website and there's no like in here, there's no way to call. There's not a direct link. So you can add you don't need me to do this. I can help you, but you don't need me to do it. You can go in and you can add a phone, like where people can just directly call you directly, and add your website so that they can go to your website. So that is something that I would recommend. When I come over to your website, if I come to your contact page, I just have a phone number and an email, which is great. I'm kind of guessing that maybe you didn't put an address here because you don't want to put your home address on here. But if you do put your address here, it will help you on Google. It will give you higher trust. You don't have to put your home address. One workaround is to get a P.O. box and then to put the street address of the post office, and then just to do suite for the P.O. box. And if you do that instead of P.O. box 15, whatever, Atlanta, Georgia, you could say the street address, suite 15, 15 being your P.O. box, with all of that, and you'll still get the mail, but it'll look and show up in Google as a physical address so that you have higher trust with Google. That will help your website to have better search results. Another thing is, it looks like you've got basically these 3 pages on your website. And if I come to your website though, I've got to scroll all the way down here to the very bottom to get this contact form for you to be able to get a lead. So if I'm browsing your website, this is where I have to go before you get my contact information. One of the things that I can help you with is to put in a chat widget right here where someone can see, you know, it says call or text us 24/7, chat with us 24/7, and we take it to not your cell phone, but to a different phone number that can show up so you can see the results on your cell phone, but we can then have them click on that to chat or text to chat, and it will immediately start engaging them with the AI, and we train the AI so that it can book appointments for you once it's qualified your customer. So that's another thing you can do. I would be surprised if you're getting any leads or very many leads from this setup. Just by making those few changes, you can really start to gather more leads from people who come in off your website. You will get more people to your website if you add a few more pages of content around what you do. So I love the professional look with these big, beautiful pictures, but this text right here is all that Google has to go off of as to whether or not you know what you're doing. So all of these photos, I'm going to click on this. So this outdoor flooring project, Atlanta, that's all we've got for actual context around what you do. I would recommend adding a few pages where you have some text and you talk about what you do. So you have a projects page. You could do this as a blog. You could do this just as like an about us page would be good. But if you were to talk about some of whatever projects you want more of, so you could talk about the bathroom remodels and you could have pictures in that, you can talk about decks or whatnot. This is something you could do. If you want help, I can help you do it. I can get a lot of text that helps you to really identify with Google what you do, and I would just recommend, you know, additional blog pages because those are generally pretty easy to set up. But we could do that under about pages. I do recommend an about page that has a picture of you, maybe some of those pictures, like the picture of your family that you have on Facebook, talks about how you're a family-owned business and you've been in Atlanta for X number of years, you know, 20 years, and you strive for quality, and these are the projects you do. And even just an about page where you've got these 3 main pages, you can add a lot of context for Google. So I know you may or may not feel confident in writing. Not everybody wants to write or enjoys it, but it is something that you can utilize ChatGPT to do, or it's something that I can help you with. But with just very little time and a few more pages, this will help your website to do a lot better. If you don't touch your website though, I would definitely add the website link and the call link by improving your Google Business listing with your Google Business profile. So there's a couple of things. I know that's a lot of things. I didn't want this to be too long for you, but I did want it to be helpful. So update your Google Business profile, continue posting on Facebook, add a few more pages of information around the actual projects that you're aiming to go for. Of course, you're not going to say that. You're not going to say, I'm trying to get more decking projects. You're going to say, I'm awesome at decking and this is what I do and whatnot. But there's a lot of ways you can do that. But the good news is that based on some of these other websites that I've gone through, there are, there's a, it's not going to be too difficult for you to go up in your rankings a little bit on your Google results. So right now you're 8. That may fluctuate from the time of the year. You may be down at 12 or 13. Some parts of the year you may see yourself up at 6 or 7. Um, and I don't see like the past. So I don't know if you used to be 5 and now you're down to 8, or if you used to be 15 and now you're up to 8. And so unfortunately with Google, I can't really go back. I can only start looking going forward and stuff. But I hope this helps you. If you have questions on anything that I've talked about with what you can do, let me know. But if you do decide to proceed with me, there are a lot of other things that we can do to help you bring in more leads and help you to, be able to fill your calendars as much as you'd like to.